Hello my dear students, welcome to my class. This is the last class on NEET of haloalkanes and halo. Let us continue. So this is question number 141. Which of the following is involved in Sand-Meyer reaction? Which of the following is involved in Sand-Meyer reaction? So here ferrous salt, diazonium salt, ammonium salt, cuprammonium salt. Actually we all know that in Sand-Meyer reaction we take diazonium salts. Diazonium chloride is treated with copper chloride and HCl to give chlorobenzene, a direct reaction. So what is involved in Sand-Meyer reaction? A diazonium salt is involved. A diazonium salt is involved and it is used to prepare haloarenes. And here if you see the option, the second option is the correct option. Let us move to the next question. The major product obtained on treatment of CH3, CHF, CH3 with CH3O minus and CH3OH. The major product, here one reactant is given CH3, CH2, CH and here fluorine on that carbon and CH3 with here methoxide ion. It is treated with the methoxide ion and here it is alcohol here CH3OH. Actually what is the major product here? If you observe here, it is an elimination reaction. So dehydrohalogenation reaction. In this reaction, when hydrogen halide is removed, an alkene will be formed. CH3. So look here, why I have written this product. For example, here hydrogen can be removed from here and fluorine can be removed here. So that we get 1 butene. If hydrogen is removed here and fluorine is removed here, we get 2 butene. But why 2 butene is major product? According to Saint-Joseph rule, we know what is Saint-Joseph rule. An alkene with the most substitution will be more stable. If you take 2 butene, here 2 alkyl groups will be the substituents. In case if you take it as 1 butene, CH double bond CH2, here this is 1 alkyl group and only 1 alkyl group is there on double bonded carbon. On this carbon there are no alkyl groups. So more the alkyl group, more will be the stability. So that here it is most stable and it will be the stable product. If you see the options, second option, that is 2 butene is the right answer. B. Option B is the right option here. Next, question number 143. The final product in the following sequence reaction is, there is a sequence reaction CH3Br that is treated with magnesium in the presence of ether and it is giving rise to a product A and that is treated with the formaldehyde HCHO and it is giving rise to product B and giving rise to C. Let it be. What is the final product here? So if you observe this reaction here, this is alkyl halide and magnesium. So what we get? Alkyl magnesium bromide. Grignard reagent will be formed. So A will be CH3MgBr. And here it is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is nothing but a carbonyl compound. So carbonyl compounds can undergo addition reaction with Grignard reagent. So for example here, if you take a second step here, formaldehyde has a carbonyl group here. So that is HC double bond OH. So that here addition reaction takes place here. CH3MgBr can be added to it. CH3MgBr, methyl magnesium bromide. So as a result of addition, what we are going to get here? So here this is hydrogen, and here it is OMgBr, and this is one hydrogen, and this is CH3. But again here hydrolysis. So actually this part of the reaction we have studied in our aldehydes and ketone carbonyl compounds. So on hydrolysis, what will happen here? One H will be added here. So that is nothing but here this is CH2 and here OH. After addition of H, it will become OH, and here H2 is nothing but H plus and OH minus. H plus will be added to this O to give rise to OH. Now remaining part MgOH, The remaining part is magnesium hydroxybromide, and here a methyl group is there. Look here, CH3, CH2, OH, ethyl alcohol, CH3, CH2. This is methyl group, and CH2 and OH, that is ethyl alcohol will be formed. So what is the end product here? Ethyl alcohol. So if you see, option number C is the correct one. So what is the product here? So alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol. Let us move to the next question, that is question number 144. CH3Br and C2H4 are mixed in equal proportions, is treated with sodium metal. The number of possible organic compounds is a Wurtz reaction. This one is a Wurtz reaction, methyl bromide and also ethyl bromide, C2H5Br, and we are taking sodium metal here. In Wurtz reaction, what are the first alkane, possible alkane is CH3, C2H5, that is nothing but CH3, CH2, CH3. So propane is possible. If two methyl bromides are combined, then what will get? CH3, CH3. If two ethyl groups are combined, what we get? C2H5 and C2H5. Nothing but butane. This is butane, this is ethane, and this is propane. This is this is propane here. So three types of products are obtained here. So what is the option? C, that is 3 is the number of alkanes formed here, types of alkanes formed here. Now let us move to the next question, that is question number 145. The general reaction expected to follow decreasing order of reactivity is, so here different alkyl halides are given. So what is the decreasing order of alkyl halides? So one is tertiary butyl iodide is given, tertiary butyl bromide. So the next one is chloride is given, tertiary butyl chloride. Bu means here butyl, T for tertiary, butyl fluoride. So what is the decreasing order of reactivity? We all know that here in tertiary butyl iodide the Ci bond length is more and it is the weakest bond. It can be broken very easily. So that what is the order here? All are having same alkyl groups and same carbon they are bonded to. So that Ci bond is weaker here, then Cbr, then CCl, and then Cf. The weakest is this one. So that what you can say, tertiary butyl iodide is most reactive than tertiary butyl bromide is most reactive than tertiary butyl chloride is most reactive than tertiary butyl fluoride. So this is the order of the reactivity. So what we can say is this is highest reactive and this is the least reactive. So what is the option here? If you see first option itself, correct option. So this is question number 146. Now let us move to the next question. Among the following, the most highly ionized in water is most highly ionized in water. So some carboxylic acids are given, CH3, CH2, CHCl, COOH. nothing but here it is alpha chloropropanoic acid, butanoic acid. And next one is the CH3, CH2, CCl2, COOH. And the next option is CH3, CHCl, CH3, CHCl, CH2, COOH. And the next one is CH3, Cl, CH2, COOH. So these are the carboxylic acids are given here, which is easily ionized. Actually here a strong acid will be easily ionized. That is the concept here. So that if you take a carboxylic acid, that will give a carboxylate ion and H plus. This is ionization. But any carboxylic acid, if it is stronger, then the ionization will be easier. So what I can say here, the strongest is the easily ionized. If you take here the minus I groups, halogens are the minus I groups present here. So that the presence of minus I groups increases the strength of the carboxylic acid. So here dichloro, alpha dichloro butanoic acid. So it is more acidic of all. But here if you can see, all are having only one halogen. Here we have two halogens. That is also immediately to the carboxylic acid group. So that it is the strongest. So that it can be ionized very easily. So what we can say, option B is the right option. Now let us move to the next question. That is question number 148. Alkyl chlorosilanes are made by reaction of RX with silicon, RX and silicon in the presence of, options are copper powder, ammonium hydroxide, manganese powder, zinc powder. Actually here alkyl silanes, what are alkyl silanes? The structure of alkyl silanes R2SiCl2. If you take halogenous chlorine, this is the general formula of alkyl silanes. Here R are alkyl group, Cl is a chlorine here. Actually these are prepared by using a copper powder here. So first option is itself is the right option. If you take this equation 2Rx, here for example I have taken chlorine here. It can be in general halogen here. So silicon is taken, then what we get R2SiX2, the silane is formed. It is treated with the copper powder. So direct one. So what is the option here? First option itself is the correct option, that is copper powder. So alkyl silanes are formed by treating with alkyl halides with silanes. Next one is which of the compound, question number 149, which of the compound on nitration will give highest amount of meta substituted product. Here you all know that ring deactivating groups will give us the meta substituent products, meta directivities. So that a meta product will be formed by the presence of ring deactivating group on benzene. So if you take first one methyl benzene, second, I will write the structure so that you can understand here. That is CH3 is the first option. We have CH3 and benzene ring, that is the first option. Here we have CH2Cl on benzene ring, and the third option we have CHCl2. This is C, and the last option we have CCl3. So yeah, if you see, among all the three, CCl3 is the strong deactivating group, because chlorine is a minus I group. So that here 3 minus I groups are there. Say minus I group takes the electron with minus I inductive effect. So plus I means giving, minus I means taking off electrons. Because of that, it will possess the deactivating nature, and so the incoming electrophile will be coming on to the meta position. So that what is the right option here? D is the right option here. Why is it is a deactivating? CCl3 is deactivating. CH3 we know that it is activating group, so that incoming electrophile will go on to ortho and para positions. Ethyl chloride is converted into diethyl ether by ethyl chloride is converted into diethyl ether. This is diethyl ether. So what is it? Ethyl chloride, on treating with sodium ethoxide, we get dry ethyl ether. Actually, what is the name of this one? Direct one, Williamson's synthesis. Williamson's synthesis, ether synthesis. So if you see the option D is the right option, that is Williamson's ether synthesis, directly a name reaction. Now we will go for question number. So I will move to polyhalogen compounds. It is 153 polyhalogen compounds. Next, this is the last concept in this lesson. The last concept in this one is polyhalogen compounds. What are polyhalogen compounds? The compounds that have many halogens. So that have more than one halogen. We are going to study the compounds which have more than one halogen. So let us see some of the objective questions. Phosgene is common name for. Phosgene is common name for. What is phosgene? COCl2 is called as phosgene. Its name is carbonyl chloride. A direct question. COCl2 is called as carbonyl chloride. COCl2. So here D is the right option. That is nothing but carbonyl chloride. Now let us move to the question number 156. The main compound obtained when chlorobenzene is heated with chloral in the presence of concentric H2SO4. The main compound obtained on treating with chloral in the presence of here we are taking chlorobenzene. We are treating a chlorobenzene with the chloral. What is chloral? CCl3CHO. Trichloroacetaldehyde is known as chloral here. Trichloroacetaldehyde is known as chloral. Actually here addition reaction takes place here. So at carbonyl group. So what is the product? So at concentric H2SO4. What is taken here? Concentric H2SO4 is the. So trichloroacetaldehyde is treated with concentrate. What will happen here? If you see here, H and Cl will be removed, and here C, you can see here hydrogen and oxygen here. So one hydrogen and one oxygen, and one more hydrogen from 2 moles I am taking here. 2 moles I am taking here, so that here 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen will be removed in the form of water. Now what is left here? Cl3. So if you see here, what we have is chlorine here. So DDT, this is nothing but DDT. Dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane, DDT. So what happened here? Hydrogens, one oxygen here and hydrogens from here eliminated in the form of water. So we got DDT. So it is nothing but one of the insecticides. Next we will move to the question number 157. A compound has vapor density 29 and warming with a solution of iodine alkali, it gives a yellow precipitate. The compound is, here vapor density is given. Vapor density is 29. On warming with solution of iodine and alkali, base and iodine, it got given a yellow precipitate. Actually, if you observe this reaction here, an yellow iodine and alkali solution will be formed as an yellow precipitate due to the formation of iodoform. CHI3 is a yellow precipitate. It's an iodoform reaction actually. And here vapor density of the molecule is given. So its molecular weight is equals to 2 into vapor density, that is equals to 2 into 29. So what we have to find is what is the molecule in the given options. But clearly the product is iodoform, because in alkali solutions with iodine, the yellow precipitate of iodoform will be formed by the compounds that have COCH3. Remember that COCH3 are this structure, these two structures, that is CH3CO structure is present, or CH3CHOH structure is present, that will give iodoform. Now let us see the molecules here. First one is propanaldehyde. That is not correct. Why I have not taken propanaldehyde here? Propanaldehyde, first of all, that do not have COCH3 or CH3CHOH. Propanol. So it doesn't have COCH3 groups. CH3 must be attached to CO, so it won't give. Let us see the second option, CH3COCH3, CH3COCH3. I told you, if COCH3 is there, it will give the iodoform test. Yes, it can give. But its molecular weight, just now I have told you, it is 58 grams per mole. Let us check here, 3 carbons, so that it is 36 grams, 6 hydrogens, 6 grams, and oxygen 16 grams here. So it is 1858. Yes, this can give iodoform test. Definitely iodoform is the yellow precipitate. When you treat with iodine in the presence of a base, what we are going to get is CHI3. And what is the molecule now? Acetone, CH3COCH3. Second option itself is the correct option. Is one of the important tests in our organic chemistry. So we have to practice the iodoform test. We'll go for the next one. Chloroform on reduction with chloroform, that is CHCl3, on reduction with zinc HCl catalyst as catalyst. Here reduction here. It is a reduction. It gives, so what it gives here? It is a reduction here. When you add one hydrogen, it will become CH2 and Cl2. One HCl will be removed here. HCl will be removed. H and Cl will be removed, and we get dichloromethane. Let us move to the option. If you see the option, option D is the correct option here. Next one is 159. The shape of CHCl3 molecule. A direct question. CHCl3. What is the shape here? If you see this carbon here, the hybridization is sp3. sp3 means it will have a tetrahedral geometry. So what we can say here? What is the shape? Tetrahedral. Option C is the right option. It has a tetrahedral structure. Next I will go for the question number 'Chloroform on treating with concentric HNO3 gives'. This is chloroform CHCl3. They are treating with the concentric HNO3. What is the product formed here? What we will get is the CCl3NO2. CCl3NO2. One hydrogen and two hydrogens and one oxygen. That is H2O. CCl3NO2HU. So this is the product. So if you see the option, first one is chloropicrin. Yes, the other name for this CCl3NO2 is chloropicrin. This is nothing but chloropicrin is the product. Chloroform on treating with concentric nitric acid, CCl3NO2 will be formed. That is known as a chloropicrin. Let us go for the next question. We'll move to question number 186. Next model questions. Or we can continue even some more questions in this model. Which set of reagents will produce CCl2F2? CCl2F2 will be produced by dichlorodifluoromethane. First one, C plus F2 plus Cl2. No, direct reaction is not possible, so that it is not the correct set here. Second one, methyl chloride and fluorine. That also can't give. Third one, CCl4 and HF. Yes, that is possible. CCl4 and HF. HF here. CCl4 and HF. If you take a CCl2, F2. So we can prepare. So actually that is given option C. In the presence of SbCl2. Yes. This is the reaction. CCl4 and HF will give us CCl2F2 in the presence of SbCl2. Let us move to the next question. Chloropicrin is used as an insecticide and a war gas. Its formula. Actually we have to solve. Just now I have told you. That is a insecticide and also it's a war gas. So what is its formula? Chloropicrin. Just now I told you. It is nothing but CCl3NO2. This is chloropicrin. A direct question. Next, we'll move to question number 86. You practice the remaining questions. Most of the questions will be direct here. So, whatever is left over, that has to be taken as a homework. An organic compound X, when treated with sunlight and air, slowly decomposes into poisonous gas Y. X is turning into poisonous gas Y here. Y and HCl. HCl will also be formed as per the question. To prevent from the decomposition of X is stored in the dark brown color bottle in 1% ethyl alcohol. This reacts to decompose this reacts on decomposition with Y and converts Y into Z. The products X and Y and Z are. So here X is poisonous, that is turning into Y here on exposing to air. That Y is prevented by adding one ethyl alcohol and it will give a product Z. What are X and Y and Z? Actually, in this reaction, in the first one, if you see the options here, it is chloroform. Actually, chloroform CHCl3 oxidized to give carbonyl chloride. That is a phosgene. Here phosgene is formed. COCl2 is called as a phosgene. So actually that reaction condition what is mentioned here, decomposition Y and HCl. To prevent the decomposition of X stored in dark brown color. So what they are doing here, COCl2 is formed here. So what they are doing here, to prevent the I will read the once again. Brown colored bottle and ethyl alcohol. This reaction, the decomposition of Y and converts into Y into Z. Identify X, Y and Z. Actually, to prevent this, what they are doing, they are treating with ethyl alcohol. So actually, what is the product? This is X chloroform, Y is COCl2. What is Z here? So actually, ethyl carbonate will be formed. Ethyl carbonate will, reaction between ethyl alcohol and carbonate will eliminate as look here, one carbon, one oxygen, and here two oxygens, three oxygens, CO3, and H and Cl will be removed. Of course, H and Cl, HCl will be removed here. So ethyl carbonate will be formed here. So first one is X is a chloroform and COCl2 and ethyl carbonate. If you see the options, option B is the right option. Next one. Chlorine reacts with next question 187. Chlorine reacts with carbon disulfide in the presence of aluminum trichloride to form. So actually here what we are going to get is this is the product that we are going to get here, and also we are going to form CCl4. If you observe this reaction, S2Cl2, it is S2Cl2. S2Cl2 will be formed here along with the CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. So if you see the balancing here, 6 halogens, here also 6 chlorines here, and 2 sulfurs and 1 carbon. So S2Cl2 will be formed in this reaction. Let us check the option. So the right option is D. Yes, carbon tetrachloride will be formed as the product. Also S2Cl2. S2Cl2 will also form, but in the options CCl4 will be the right option. Now let us go for the next question. That is question number 188 in polyhalogen compounds. Chloroform on heating with silver powder gives this chloroform. So it is treated with silver powder. Silver powder is Ag. So look here, what will be formed here? 6 AgCl, and also what we are getting CH triple bond CH. That is nothing but acetylene. So what we can say, acetylene will be formed and AgCl. So if you see the option A itself is the correct one. That is C2H2, nothing but acetylene. One of the methods of preparation of acetylene. Let us go for the next question. 189. CCl4 is used as fire extinguisher because its boiling point is low, its melting point is high. It gives incombustible vapor. Yes, CCl4 it is used as pyrene, PYREN, pyrene. Actually is to extinguish the fire, because the CCl4 carbon tetrachloride will provide a layer on the substance that is burning and prevents on further combustion, so that it will put out the fire. So what is the right option here? It gives an incombustible vapor. Yes, the vapor formed from CCl4 will cover the, for example, this is the substance X that is burning. So here CCl4 vapor is incombustible. That is incombustible vapors. So that oxygen cannot react with this X to combust further. So this is all about polyhalogen compounds. So complete the homework. Thank you.